Hi, this is Fernando Montilla. Imagine we have sent home 160,000 students for 8 months now. Imagine we are setting up metrics that are keeping them isolated for at least 9 more months. Imagine we have destroyed our kids' daily life, friends, games, teachers, sports. Imagine we are forcing kindergarten, first, second graders to sit in a chair for 6 hours a day for online instructions. Imagine our teenagers, they are suffering anger, sadness, and even suicide thoughts. Imagine children from disadvantaged families. No one is paying attention to them, or they cannot yet speak any English, so they just don't connect. Imagine our kids, failing grades they are increasing by 83%. Imagine embarrassing inequity in our country with families who cannot pay for private schools open. And imagine that all of this damage we are doing has been for nothing. Because let me tell you something. Whole Europe, they reopened schools 3 months ago. And it worked. Schools are not behind COVID waves. We didn't knew this in the last spring or even summer, but new evidence coming from schools reopening has been released in the last 6 weeks. It's a tsunami of data coming from Europe, Florida, New York City, Texas, or even here, private schools in Maryland. Kids have very low transmission. Dr. Fauci was very clear last week. Schools can be reopened during this pandemic. Let me tell you how it was done in Spain, my home country. I left there late August, and I told all of my friends, your schools will be closing in 3 weeks. But I was wrong. It worked, and it changed my mind. Not any special ventilation systems they were used. Teachers, they open windows, max on, bubbles of 25 kids. Some of these teachers, they are my friends. And they tell me, Fernando, it was not easy. Our voice is almost gone as cold air. We have been scared at the beginning, but we aren't now. Schools are the safest place for our kids, especially for those with less opportunities. Education is essential, and that's why we did it. Normality is now total in Spain after 3 months of schools. Every week, something like more than 98% of classes are running without any positive. It's been so good that the schools stayed open during the second wave last month, with incidence levels higher than 60 at some places, 12 times higher than our actual metrics, and the curve was bent with restrictions, but the schools open. My family, we are thinking of returning to Spain. Education is priority for us, so here is no longer an option. It's time to act. We cannot keep our eyes closed with this new data. Please reopen. Start with the most disadvantaged groups. They are not a choice, they are an obligation. For the rest of students, set up much higher metrics as new evidence available. The rest of the world show us the way. Now we only have to take it safely.